Nigeria Central Bank's digital currency eNaira has gone live after an official launch by President Muhammadu Buhari last week. If you recall that a few weeks ago, I mentioned on the show that the October 1st launch of the eNaira was rescheduled till an unknown date. Here we are now, becoming the first country in Africa and one of the first in the world to introduce a digital currency to citizens. So what a shoulder pad moment, it's not easy to be the giant of Africa, you know what I'm saying, So for those who are mixing this digital currency up with the popular cryptocurrency trading, they should know that the eNaira does not lose or gain weight. Nothing like profit or loss. So it's not designed for you to put 5K this week and you look forward to buying Benz next week. It doesn't work like that. So because of this, many Nigerians are yet to come to terms with the eNaira, since it doesn't directly affect the strength of the Naira or fix core issues like inflation. Neither does it help bring down the price of beans that has gone haywire. Besides, there are several existing digital wallets and electronic transaction models being run by different financial institutions. So they see this as a mere facade just because it carries the same value as the physical Naira, even though it makes peer-to-peer transactions very seamless. Another disturbing aspect is that the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has also warned users that it will not be held liable for any loss, whether arising from or in connection with the use of the eNaira website. This is a very huge challenge, like my friend will say, that could discourage a wide acceptance of the digital currency. For people to release the 2K they have labored for into the eNaira platform, I think the government needs to drive a proper orientation campaign for this with a huge dose of assurance. Moving on. The Nigerian Senate Committee on Health has kicked against the plans by the Federal Ministry of Health to borrow $200 million for the purchase of mosquito nets for 13 orphaned states. You heard me right, $200 million. Now, we know that mosquitoes are working hand in hand with the Ministry of Health. No wonder we have been battling malaria since I was born. Mosquito net for 82 billion naira. Maybe they are likely to come with a fanning system in case there is heat, and maybe an inbuilt mosquito sensor. So if you mistakenly allow mosquito enter, the sensor will notify you, something like, wake up, female Anopheles mosquito spotted. So while trying to defend the loan request, the ministry spokesperson said the money will be spread across 13 vulnerable states which have no access to malaria funding, and they will also provide funding for malaria treatment across 208 local government areas and 3,536 health facilities which have no access to malaria treatment facilities. It just seems we will not see the end of this humongous borrowing for all kinds of projects, because as we speak, even malaria is so livid. The federal government of Nigeria has begun the process for the valuation of property belonging to a number of politically exposed persons, including the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison Madueke. The Diezani property is located in one of Nigeria's most expensive neighborhoods, the Banana Island Foreshore Estate in Ikoyi, Lagos, and the property includes 18 flats and 6 penthouses. Yeah, it's just adjacent to one of the many properties I own by faith. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it your faith? Because other recovered items include 125 pieces of wedding gowns, 13 pieces of small gowns, 41 waist trainers, 73 art flowers, 11 suits, 11 pieces of invisible bras, 73 veils, 30 braziers, 2 pieces of standing fan, 17 pieces of magic skit, 6 packets of blanket, 1 table blanket, 64 pairs of shoes. This is the real meaning of a joke, like very joking. Purveyors of fake news have gone extra miles to flood the internet with a downloaded picture of luxury braziers to portray this news. And that's why on this show, we only bring you facts, like nothing but facts. Firstly, I have it in good authority that the picture being circulated online is not even our size. No, don't ask me how I know. Some of us, we see deep secrets in our dreams. It's not a very common skill. Secondly, for someone of her caliber who has worked at the top organization like Shell and even went on to become the first female president of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, before joining politics, I wouldn't expect her to be wearing akube. How long now? She can't be wearing second hand. A whole Diezani. But what are the stumbling blocks for Diezani to be extradited to Nigeria for proper prosecution after several years of being labeled as corrupt? Sometimes in this country, the more you look, the less you see. 2021 Big Brother Naija housemate Ikechukwu Sunday, popularly known as Cross, recently caused a stir on social media after his nude video was posted by him on Snapchat. In the video posted by the 30-year-old reality TV star, he was stark naked with his tattoos and gadget of procreation on display, and he captioned the post as "shower time" and deleted it almost immediately. So he was asked on live TV why and how this happened, and this is what he had to say.
It was a simple mistake. It wasn't a big deal. It was like a mistake. It was a mistake. I said earlier, I'm not really back on my phone.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I keep using it. So I didn't know that Snapchat has like changed a lot of features. So it was a mistake. It was just a mistake of the thing, and it just went. And quickly before I noticed it, I quickly looked at it. A simple mistake. It wasn't something. I don't like. People should understand the kind of person I am. First of all, I'm a human being.
I didn't know you were a human being. I thought you were a speaking palm tree. Uncle, just turn this plantain you are frying for us. It's burning. Turn it very well. Because Uncle Cross, let's talk. You took the phone to the bedroom by mistake. You launched Snapchat app by mistake. You didn't even put up a picture of your bedroom interior. It was your pipe that you threw at our face. Imagine if you had an innocent child who had to go to school the next day after you released this video. And his classmates will just be like, what? Your daddy has it so big. So you understand this mistake better. So since everybody now posts nudity by mistake, I think it's obvious that people are getting tired of wearing clothes. Seriously. Maybe all of us should just go back to the Garden of Eden and do as we like. So on this note, we call it a wrap on this week's episode of Recently. My name is Shegazi, and I'll see you next week by God's grace for another super exciting episode of the show. Bye for now.